Welcome to the Sunday Fun Day podcast. Your anchors. I'm your host, Gil Patterson, and today we definitely have to talk about the legacy that already left. We're not talking about just any legacies. We're talking about the financial legacies of those that came before us and those who tried to rule the country and the world. My name is Gil Patterson. That's Carson W. This is a man who might take 2 hits to the head. This is Eli. Let's get to it here on the Sunday Fun Day podcast. What's going on, Carson?
I'm doing good.
How you feeling?
I feel good.
Feeling good? Ready? You really relaxed?
I'm
feeling all right
now.
You're in the zone?
I'm in the zone.
You're in the zone?
Are you in the zone, Eli? You're never in the zone.
I am the zone.
You're not the zone.
I am the
You're
zone.
not.
You're not that guy, pal.
You're not that guy.
I am him.
I
I am him. I always wanted to know, I had to ask Boj that. I was like, he runs something like, you're him. And I was like, what's him?
That's like
It's saying that you're like
the main character.
Yeah,
you know,
it's-
Like you're the guy.
So you look
It's
at
like
a
you're the
video
man.
game or
Yeah.
a movie,
you're the man.
and this
Yeah.
dude's like maybe down on his luck, and then he gets up and it's just bad. Like Rocky, he's him. You know what I mean? It's like
like
he's saying.
it's like if you're saying I'm him, you're basically telling the person in front of you that you're better than them.
Yeah,
And that it's
But I never say that.
No,
it is.
no, not-
If you're in a fight
no.
with someone and you knock him out and then you start bumping your chest.
Oh, yeah, totally.
And you're like I'm him. You're basically saying
no,
like,
you just look
I'm
like
the
a
shit.
dumbass.
No, it's basically
No, you
saying,
say I'm him after like.
you're saying like you're the shit or I'm the shit. That's basically what it's.
I mean, I think anyone who says I'm him, like unironically, is a fucking dork. But like, that's just my opinion. You know?
Okay.
Well, are you him?
No,
Are you him?
Yeah.
I'm him, bro.
But I've been told I'm him, and I don't even know what it means.
It's like
Now, I've been told I'm him.
If you're told you're him, you don't got to tell people.
Yeah, I
that
don't
you're
know
him.
what that is.
Yeah.
And they're like, yo, you're him. And I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
that's a big compliment.
Yeah.
So that's a huge compliment.
Yeah.
It's more like
If anyone calls himself him, I think that's dorky.
if you call yourself him and you're like, oh yeah, I'm him.
Oh.
But if you're doing it
But if someone's like
unironically,
calling you, if someone's calling you him,
it's
you're
this new like
It's like
TikTok
it's like you're
Fucking-
saying like you're the goat.
Oh.
post. It's
like you're-
post-COVID social media slang
Yeah.
that people have just adopted. So Boj was giving you a huge compliment there. Shout out Boj, I guess.
Oh. Yep.
I'm him.
Fireworks just went off
Fireworks
again. You
just-
see that?
Because I'm him. I guess that's what it means. It means I'm him. So thanks, Boj. Shout out to Boj. And so shout out to all the world who think that I'm him. I like to think of myself as the godfather of black wrestlers, but I can be him. And so I'm really excited. Thank you all for the honor. Let's get to it. All right. So let's go. You gentlemen. Financial institutions. So we were talking about Bitcoin last time.
Yes.
And I love Bitcoin.
Yeah.
Buy Bitcoin, not financial advice, but buy Bitcoin.
But it is financial advice.
But it's not financial advice on this show.
If you say it's not financial
Not
advice,
on this
it's
show,
not
Carson.
Financial advice. But it's like it's like it's in your best interest,
That's a good way. It's in your best
It's in your
interest,
best
but
interest,
it's not.
financial advice. Like you can't blame me if it doesn't go right. But it's like
You shouldn't blame me because guess what? It's an investment.
yeah.
But I think it's not financial advice, but I think it's a good play.
Yeah.
Carson, you used to text me, and he still does text me, like 2 o'clock in the morning, ask me, what did you buy?
Not 2 o'clock in the morning.
I have receipts.
You need to pull this up because it's probably like 10 o'clock or 9 o'clock. I'm like, I don't know.
Hey, you don't. That's past your
It's
bedtime.
it's past my bedtime.
don't go
I'm
to
tucked
bed.
in. My pillow's already fluffed.
Lies.
I'm out on the street at 2 a.m.
You were
on the
texting me at
sidewalk.
12:45 last night.
Well,
But that's something different, though.
Yeah.
I mean,
He was asking directions. He's like, how do I get there? It's okay. Are you sensitive at times?
I mean,
We all are, Akil.
You're not.
I don't
No, I'm
think.
not.
I don't know. I'm just. I'm an emotional person. I'm compassionate.
He's a very. I'll
very
tell you what. This
compassionate,
guy is a
so-
really good person.
I'm very
Very nice.
I'm very compassionate
Thinks
towards
about
things and
others.
people. So it's just like, I don't know.
You don't want to hurt their
Cares
feelings.
for hoes.
I don't like hurting people's feelings.
And you don't want your feelings hurt.
And I don't want my feelings hurt either. So
Okay. I understand that.
I mean, I guess you could say I'm sensitive, but I'd say I'm more compassionate.
So you're not friends with like certain people.
It depends.
I mean, just certain people. I wasn't saying anyone in particular. You're just not friends with certain people because you're like, I like to protect my energy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a humble man. He's a good person. You know, he just wants to keep it, feng shui. Just
Captain
nice.
Save-A-Ho over here.
Yeah, I'm trying to support my guy over here. I've been shitting on him for the past 2 hours. I'm trying to make up for all the shit talking I've been doing in the car for the 2 hours.
He's like, for 2 hours.
I feel a little bad,
Captain Save-A-Ho. Yeah.
What? Okay, Save-A-Ho.
Yeah, you never heard of that?
No.
Captain Save-A-Ho.
Oh, I think I have heard of that. I just haven't
like
heard somebody.
You like fly in. You're like, no, I'm gonna protect this person. You're like, dude, why are you Captain Save-A-Ho?
I don't know. I just feel bad for all the shit I talk to him.
Well, take that to the Vietnamese massage parlor.
Those are the best.
They are.
Tiny
Tiny
they do
little
wonders.
hands.
They do wonders there.
They do.
I mean,
My
for some
back-
reason, they know how to get the muscles right.
My back and
With their tiny little rice.
I mean,
little
it's
fucking.
it's crazy, but it's true.
Yeah, they get that fucking oil on the teeny little hands.
Dude, it's crazy. I mean, it's just like.
And those aren't, working hands like in China.
And then
They're,
there's like the music
tho-
too.
Those are
like
crafted people.
What's the music? How would you sing the music?
It's like
the music.
Zen.
No. It's like.
It's like. And there's like. And then there's like little like these noises too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can actually sing really well in opera. You want to hear it?
No.
And your mic is going on mute. All right. There you go. I unmuted you. I was really just gonna mute you. All right. Beyond
Stopped while I was in.
beyond being in tiny massage parlors, so you with their
prefer the ties.
tiny little hands can be all over my body parts, so they can look better, so they can look bigger. It's like, man, look at those tiny hands on this giant thing. So now we talk about financial institutions. We're talking about Bitcoin. We're talking about money. We're talking about hard assets you can't fuck with.
Correct.
And we started to talk about like these legacies, like the Zuckerbergs, because before
Fuck you,
in 1868 or 1889, you have Andrew Carnegie,
Got the
JP
Rothschilds.
Morgan, Rockefellers, the
Oil
Rothschilds.
money.
Well, the Rothschilds came later. I think they were like mid-20s.
Well, they were early 1910s.
Okay,
And they
but-
flowed through.
There's this like dynasty. It's like, but now we're looking at a new generation of dynasty people. But
Will it be a dynasty?
well, see, like I don't think so. Like look at the Clintons, right? People are like, oh, the Clintons.
Fuck you, Clintons.
Well. Before you go any further,
Question: do you think the Trumps are going to be a dynasty?
no,
You don't think
God,
so?
no. I think they die with the old man.
Really?
Yeah,
You're probably right. They'll become a.
they are the failed son of the failed son.
Yeah.
Like, so Donald Trump already is the second son in a dynasty, and he's definitely not going to make it. So remember, Fred Trump was Donald's brother. He died of cirrhosis of the liver, or I think he committed suicide or something. That was Mary Trump's father, and he hated his grandfather, and he hated it. Like, and then his sister Mary, or his sister was a judge, and she basically wanted nothing to do with her brother. And then, it's like Trump's kids, and they're like, they're idiots.
What about RFK?
No, those are Kennedys.
I know, but like, what do you think about?
The Kennedy dynasty isn't the same. So, Joe, first off,
How many of them are left?
see, this is why I said you got to hold this thing to the side, because otherwise, like, you keep moving it and it keeps getting in the shot.
Misplaced,
So the Kennedys made money from Joe Kennedy, who was a bootlegger, who was a criminal.
Mm-hmm.
I want people to realize, America, everyone you worship, their family got money from criminal activities.
Mm-hmm.
That's how it is.
Like, tell me I'm wrong.
Well, that's most of the world, would you say?
Yeah, so like when people are like, "Oh, they're really smart," I'm like, "No, they're criminals."
What's subjectively wrong is like okay in like other places, and what's subjectively right there is wrong over here, such as like prostitution. or stuff like that. So,
Or you know,
Eli would live in a brothel back then.
or they
I'd
sell
own a
children,
what?
or they sell children.
That's the worst. That's a problem that's
That is-
not being
that is
talked
worse.
about.
You know
That
what's
is
funny?
the worst
Hey, I just want to point something out. Just point of reference. Most girls were married off as soon as they could bleed.
Yeah, it's fucked.
Back then. Oh yeah.
All of human history.
Yeah. And so now all of a sudden we have a problem with it. And I'm like, well, it was wrong then. It's wrong now. But yet you guys made excuses for those rich robber barons who were already having sex with 13-year-old girls.
Yeah.
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 Do you think
Who's making excuses for that?
DuPont's?
He can go fuck himself.
But the DuPont family made a lot of money, and they were doinking little girls.
Well, they should be held accountable, but they aren't because they're making money.
They own Delaware, which has become one of the biggest tax havens in America. Or let's
See,
talk.
this is why.
Or you talk about, and again, Fred Kennedy or Joe Kennedy, his wife was like 16 or 15 when she got pregnant. Like, again, these are the people that like are idolized. Bootleggers
We shouldn't even idolize people.
who had children with children. But yet, because they're like, oh, it was a different time period back then. We make excuses for people that are rich all the time.
That's like saying, you know,
Who is it that? Never mind.
it's
What?
like that.
There's someone like I read something like a piece of theirs, and it was like they talked about like idolizing people and stuff like that, but I can't remember what exactly was said in it. But
Yeah, like we idolize people who should not be. Like,
yeah,
when-
It's like when women idolize serial killers, like Richard Ramirez. Like there's a certain like
I know what you're talking about, but
danger factor where they're attracted to that, or people in general.
I'm talking about we idolize money.
yeah,
Oh, money too. Yeah,
Like that's what I mean. Like
that's
these,
what you're
these,
talking
these
about.
really wealthy people who do really heinous things. We idolize them.
Was it Socrates? Maybe he was talking about this. It was like the Greek gods, right? Like,
Oh yeah, they were horrible,
the
weren't
Greek
they?
gods were like
Zeus,
in
like-
history. If
like
you really dive deep into it,
Oh, they were awful.
it was they were terrible. Like it made no sense why they were worshipped because like Zeus or whatever,
He liked turning into a cow and
he-
fucking
yes,
other
exactly.
cows. He liked to
turning
fuck
into
cows as a cow,
and would go to town on cows. Like
and his own daughter too.
he
Just to see how well she would fuck. I did a whole thing about this in high school where he had
yeah,
it was like eye-opening how weird it is.
yeah, it's crazy.
And again, this is why I say we idolize the worst of us.
But
And
why
most-
do you think we do that?
Because we love to think that we could one day be that person. I don't.
But why would we idolize something that we
Not a
don't wanna be?
pedophile,
No,
but
no,
like
no.
a rich.
Oh
fucking,
no.
But you're saying with that status.
See, that's the thing.
Are you saying we idolize the status of?
We idolize status, and I don't know if people say that they don't want to be pedophiles. Because guess what? Everyone that says they don't want to be a pedophile ends up being a pedophile.
What? That's not true.
Will you ever see these people? I'm a father of 5. I love my children.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You're like, what is that guy? Meet the Duggars.
A
Meet
lot,
the Duggars.
a lot of them are like just lonely fucking porn addicts.
But no.
taking it
A
too
lot
far.
of them are not. A lot of them are.
A lot of them aren't either. But
No.
they're also porn
A
addicts.
majority of the people that we find that end up with minors, and statistically, happen to be people that are closest to the minor, like uncles, cousins, fathers, brothers, neighbors.
And then why do you think that is though? Is it is it
it's
about
porn because porn
like
destroys the brain.
what makes it like that?
that's
Is it?
porn.
Do you think it's loneliness?
it
Like
is.
they just don't have anybody,
No,
and then
I-
it's just like, and then like they go through this. Like, is it like then drugs or alcohol, or is it like what do you think it is that causes them to actually be like that?
So I couldn't tell you what causes it.
Or not cause, but what do you think
I
could be an
can,
influence?
But I think, and I don't think it's porn because porn has been around for
forever.
Well,
forever. I think what occurs is that with age, you tend to
Or is it just our desires?
our desires.
It's our desire. It's just our desires.
Listen,
Look, you see,
But then why-
you see a hot 16. All right, so if you walked
Whoa,
out right
whoa,
now,
whoa.
well, no, I'm just looking at him because he's 18. If you look out and you went out and you saw a hot 16-year-old, you yourself question, should I be talking to this 16-year-old? Because now I'm dealing with older women. You can be talking to girls that are 23 at school, right, in college.
Yeah.
So you're like, talking to a 16-year-old doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
Now, when you get to be a certain age, you're like, I just like hot things. I like pretty things.
Yeah.
And you see a pretty girl, they may not ask that girl's age because they don't care. the whole world's their oyster, and especially if they have a lot of money.
Yeah.
They definitely don't care. And that's where they become perverted.
Because it's just their desires.
It's just desires. It's based off of finance. They know they can have anything they want. And so now they're just picking
Going after the young stuff.
Exactly.
Well, in the case of most degenerates who don't have access to such wealth, I do think it's the porn because your fucking brain just gets fried on the same dopamine rush every
I think it
single
also
night.
depends on how you grew up, too.
Yeah,
maybe.
that influence.
I mean, I think there's many factors.
well,
But
but
like
like
you just said,
yeah.
But you run out
like,
of
exactly
new,
like you just said too. Like
no, but you run out of new
it's the way
thrills.
you develop as a like. You
I
know.
know this dude talks about this. I forgot his name. He's like the bearded guy. Victor met him at U of O, but he's like a psychologist for the brain, and it's like you run out of like stimulation. Like it just keeps getting like less and less and less.
I don't know about that.
It's true. Porn destroys your brain.
It
That's
does.
terrible.
I mean, I think
I don't know. I think there are people. Hold on. There are people that have been attracted to the same woman for 50 years. Does that mean that their brains?
Wait, say it again.
They're attracted to the same person for 50 years.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean that their brains are warped or anything. They're attracted to the same person.
Yeah.
Is that not wrong? They don't go anywhere, so you can't say like it gets worse and worse and worse. It's like, no, I love what I love. If you love chocolate and you eat chocolate, you don't overdo it, but you don't overconsume chocolate. You can eat chocolate every day. It's no big deal.
Sometimes.
If you have a bar of chocolate every day, there's some people wake up and they have one can of Coke.
I could never do that. I don't even.
Well, hold on, people drink coffee every day for most of their lives.
I don't drink coffee.
Yeah, that's true.
So like, if you have one can of Coke every day or one coffee a day, like
Pack of Skittles like Marshawn Lynch.
Is it warping your brain? Is it killing you?
Nah, but
No, it's in moderation. It's when people become addicted,
well, that's what I'm saying.
and I think that's something different. Addiction itself warps the brain.
Well, that's what I'm saying. The porn
that's
addiction.
yes.
Addiction itself warps the brain, and I think that might be the cause of a lot of people's issues. And it's not a porn addiction; it's just addiction because drug addicts are the same thing. Right? What's that guy's name? Joe Biden's son.
Hunter Biden.
Hunter Biden.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
that guy's a drug addict, right? And then he
Smoke crack, piece of crap. Sorry.
well, okay, not everybody that smokes crack is a piece of crap. I mean,
Not everyone, but
He was just
I'm
rhyming.
saying he's a piece
He was
of
just
crap.
rhyming.
but he was just like, but the thing about it, if it's like, if someone's doing drugs for a while, it destroys their brain.
Yeah.
Like we watch people's brains get destroyed around, like we're in the Pacific Northwest, where you literally watch people.
You
like,
no, you take a walk down the street, you can see it.
yeah.
It's fucking people sleeping
At
under
one
that
point,
bridge
they
over there.
probably. I mean, you don't know. What
Most
they went
of them
through
are functioning humans at one point.
yeah.
A lot of them are mentally ill.
No, they
No,
became mentally ill
they
because they
became-
started to snort, methamphetamines.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so they're
then
mentally
they-
ill.
And then take mushrooms on top of taking acid, on top of taking steroids, on top of taking, Quaaludes. They don't even make Quaaludes.
They don't. Yeah, I was gonna say they don't even make that anymore.
On top of taking,
Shame.
all these opioids. Do you know up until 1999 we did not have any oxys? There were no oxys up until 99. It was all like pharmaceutical companies promoted this stuff, and then the country goes downhill. I didn't do this, and those families are billionaires. Fuck you, Purdue. Pharma. But that's what we're
Pharma,
at.
you can suck my dick. This is garbage. I'm coming for you guys. I got some beef.
Big,
Sorry,
Big
I got a
Pharma's
little
deaf
outburst.
is really afraid right now.
They should be. My bad. Intrusive thoughts one there.
Fifth. I plead the fifth.
He pleads the fifth.
Yeah, so man, we went down that rabbit hole real quick, didn't we? Oof. I was just trying to talk about
But that's what podcast is for. We're talking.
It's talking about men talking.
Real shit.
Men talking. Hand me my constitution. Yeah. That's right. Get you a copy of the Constitution. Most of y'all have never read it. Please do me that favor. Get a copy of your Constitution.
Where's the 13th?
Huh? The 13th Amendment? What section?
I'm not sure.
Come on, you want 13th Amendment? Come on, what section?
I forgot what section it is.
Just say what the amendment is. What is it?
I forgot. I just remember.
Do you remember what the 13th Amendment is?
I think it's the rights for all Americans, regardless of race, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
well, there's the amendment was 1865. Section 1 of the 13th Amendment. Neither slavery nor involuntary servitude, except as a punishment for crimes wherefore the party shall have been duly convicted, shall exist within the United States or any place subject to their jurisdiction. Section 2. Congress shall have the power to enforce this article by appropriate legislation. The 13th Amendment narrowly passed Congress on January 31st of 1865 in the closing months of the Civil War. It was ratified in December of 1865 after the South had formally accepted its defeat. It marked the first important step in bringing American Constitution practice into harmony and the American libertarian values. Although there have been previous private attempts to eliminate slavery, usually accompanied by the premises of compensation for the value of the property lost as the consequence of the emancipation of slaves, the 13th Amendment unequivocally abolished slavery, providing the immediate emancipation of all slaves in the United States without compensation to their owners. It also gave to Congress the power to enforce. There you go, the 13th Amendment.
Sweet.
European mind can never comprehend this.
The European mind?
Well, actually, Europeans were part of slavery, too.
Yeah, I know, I'm joking. Barbary slave trade, over 1 million Europeans are sold to the North Africans and the Middle East and the Turkish.
But you wouldn't know that, Carson. You're German Jewish.
Well, they sold it. Oh, I guess, yeah.
I'm also like
They sold the Germans
pretty
and the Irish.
I'm mainly German and Scandinavian. I'm like
Barbary slave.
60% German, and then like 20% Scandinavian, and then the rest is all Jew, Ashkenazi Jew. So
I got
you have a problem?
I got nothing to say.
He's got so many jokes in his head right now.
I know he
I'm
does.
just like trying
I've
because
already
it's
heard all
not.
of them.
I
I've
don't
heard them
care
all, like,
about
100
being
times.
canceled. I care about people seeing this that I know and they're just not talking to me anymore. So I'm just gonna.
Okay.
I'll plead the fifth.
Fifth.
Plead the fifth.
1, 2, 3, 4, fifth.
Yeah, I'm just a Mick, just a Patty, just a Irish.
You are not a Patty.
Well, whatever the.
He's a Viking.
Your name's not McLaughlin or McGillicuddy.
It has no Mick. Then
Yeah.
he's not. Yeah,
You're not a Mick.
He's not a Mick.
You're not a Patty.
He's
That
a
has
Viking.
that has to do with your last name.
His
like
name-
it has,
Dude, that's
your
why they
Mick.
called them that.
I thought it was just like
Patrick.
I thought
Patrick Mafanagan.
no, I just thought
Patrick
that was a
McGooligan.
generalized term.
No, that literally, that's why they say it.
if your first name doesn't start with a P and your last name
You're not a
doesn't start
Patty
with
or a Mick.
You're
That's
a
what they're
C,
saying.
Okay.
Mick.
C.
McClutchin, McGillicuddy,
yeah.
McKinel.
Crowley.
Like, it's just like, it's really weird how many McCutcheon. Anyway, one of my best friends. Shout out to the McCutcheon family. Love you guys. Ooh, I cannot wait to have your mom's pasta salad again. So miss it.
Yeah, it was good.
You've never had it,
Pasta salad's fire though.
but it is fire.
It is, yeah,
It's
it's
fire. It is fire.
Especially a good pasta
And
salad.
his mom puts like those like chunks of the cheese all through it.
Oh, that's fucking good.
Hey, yeah, that sounds good.
Who's buying me lunch today?
Carson
I'm
offered
broke.
in the car.
I'm broke,
You always say you're broke. You've been broke since the day I met you.
and I'm still broke.
You are a liar.
I can't.
What? What do you
You're
have to
a liar.
say?
You're
I want to say something,
Say
but
it.
I can't.
Say
No,
it.
I won't.
Get off your chest. Get off your chest.
Say it with your chest.
Say it with your chest.
Ooh.
No, I want to say it with my chest.
Back in those days, those
you-
were fighting words in my world.
I think it smells like a coward right now. That's what it smells like.
No, it sounds like me wanting to have friends after
Oh.
this podcast.
I smell.
Depends on what are you about to say?
I think you know what I'm about to say.
What are you gonna say?
We'll talk later.
Give me a
Later
hint,
how?
but don't say anything.
Typical.
Typical what?
Well.
Typical whoa.
I mean, it's just common for you guys. You know.
Common for you guys?
Oh,
Okay, you can- get off
is that a
the chest.
you people?
Is that a you people?
You people.
Oh, so you.
I can't
people.
wait. I can't wait to say something.
Yeah, you
Just-
people.
All right, Goj. What do you have to say?
I don't want to say anything right now.
Now he forgot it. Probably that's what happened.
Yeah, he probably.
No, I have it. No, I have like 3 in the chamber
Okay.
right now. I'm just trying not to fucking.
I got like 17 in the chamber right now.
17
locked and
what?
loaded. 17 just things.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I know you're not broke.
We don't talk about my. We won't talk about my financial institution on this.
You got a farm.
Hey,
It's a ranch.
Whatever.
he's got land.
Buy dirt.
And an undisclosed, buy dirt. That is actually,
Buy dirt.
But
Or Bitcoin, because Bitcoin is the only property you can own.
yep.
Most of you will never own real property.
It's probably true.
But that's why I'm friends with this guy. So that when the
Thank you.
revolution happens, I at least have a place that I might be able to stay.
Do you think?
But I have guns too, so he's gonna be like, "You're
No,
welcome."
bring them. You
Yeah,
can
see,
bring them.
see, that's why he's gonna let me in. He's like, "You got guns?
We got the space, but you got to get your own food.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Like we don't
That's
have.
fine, man. I just,
And there's like there's so many
I
animals
can
out
forage. I can forage. Listen, I know to hunt.
there. Yeah.
I'm a hunter-gatherer.
Hunting's fun.
But these mountains out there are different.
Last time I went hunting, I was like pheasant hunting. It was.
I
like a week
tore my
ago.
feet up on my
Okay,
boots.
all right,
11,
so-
11
Hunting
for
on the-
12.
Oh my
So all
god.
right, here we go. Here we go. So listen, I told you. I sent you a text message. I was like, "That is the whitest thing you've ever said to me."
There's nothing wrong with that.
No. That is like the pastiest.
How is
most.
it?
That's like some. We went fox hunting today. It was a good hunt.
Fox hunting?
Yeah.
You're damn right.
Yeah, like he's like, we went pheasant hunting. I was like, pheasant hunting?
You're damn right.
Yeah, it's
There's
like-
not a lot of meat on those things, I thought.
There's not.
There's
Oh
not.
no, it's good meat.
It's
though.
good meat though. And,
I don't like it,
And the
but-
feathers are good too for
I
fly,
like duck
fly
either.
time.
Duck's
But it's just, there's not a lot of meat. And I'm like,
But
Yeah,
it's,
I'd rather
we got
just-
but I got like
best
11 or 12
meat
birds,
is-
so we got a lot of meat. So
so you
You
didn't
got
bring
12
any?
birds.
bring any what?
You didn't bring any for a kill
I didn't bring any here.
or meal. You didn't bring any for me.
No.
I'm
So,
fucked.
so none of us, so neither one of us got any of your pheasants.
Yeah.
I mean,
Remember Logan fucking gave us like 2,000. Like he has like 2,000 pounds of meat or 3,000 pounds of elk or deer meat.
Ooh, I love elk.
Elk
is
is
good.
fucking
Elk
gas. That
was
is the shit.
If you're one of my black friends watching this, make sure you get an elk burger. It changes your life.
Yeah, black
Elk-
people don't
elk
really eat a lot
burgers
of
are
elk or deer, do they?
Well, because we all live in the city. You guys, if you would have given us our 40 acres and our mule, you know, you passed the 13th Amendment, but you wouldn't give us our 40 acres and a mule. Y'all
Hey.
took all the land for yourselves.
Hey, man.
Matter of fact, Oregon wouldn't even let black people live here at one point. It was in your constitution. We weren't even allowed to live here. So,
Hey, I
All I'm
wasn't.
saying
I wasn't
is-
even born. It's not my.
I wasn't there.
I just benefited from it, but it's cool. It's not our fault. I just
How
want.
the hell did I benefit from it?
I don't know.
How did I benefit? Well, actually,
My family
We
wasn't
all-
even
we
in this
benefit-
country then, so
I mean,
Well, but you benefited from it.
how long ago was that again? What year?
when did they allow black people? Because I know about this, I just forgot the year.
Because my
Ninth-
family didn't even live here.
1923, I think, is when.
1923.
That's late. That's like surprisingly late.
My family was fighting wars.
So was mine. My family's fought in every war.
Yeah, mine too.
I don't know about World War One actually. Well, no, that would have been.
Yeah,
Was that World War One? No.
1913.
No, it started in
no.
1914.
World
but
War Two is
Technically
I'm fine with World War
1913,
II.
but when everyone started going at it, it was
Again,
1914.
like I said,
1914 to 1918. And then the Russian Revolution from 1918 to
I had to write a
the
report on
20s.
the Russian Revolution.
So once again-
the Bolsheviks.
all I said
Fuck
was
the Bolsheviks.
my family fought in every war.
Mine
We
did too.
We did not get all the benefits, and that's why I said like a lot of people benefited from things that I'm like, well, my
Even though
family,
you don't realize.
yeah, like y'all like it's not saying like, hey, you directly got something, but it's like, hey, your family. Like some people are like, well, my grandfather had to go to college. I was like, yeah, your grandfather got to use the GI Bill. The same war that your grandfather fought in 1946, my grandfather fought in 1946, and my grandfather didn't get to use the GI Bill because he was black. Like that's like where people say like
Yeah.
it sucks, but it's like it's the truth.
I was
Not
just,
like
I was
not
just
like
about
I'm
to
making
say-
things up.
I was just about to say something. I know Eli would have laughed and you would have laughed, but like I feel like it's not like respectful of my great grandfather to have said it.
Say it.
Well, no, I can't. I can't.
Yeah, you can.
I can't.
Say it.
I feel it's too
Pussy.
disrespectful.
It's cool.
Because you're like your was it your grandfather, great grandfather
It was
couldn't
my grandfather.
grandfather like couldn't use that, and I was like, I mean, Mike couldn't either because he died. So,
Oh,
I mean, I thought it's a terrible joke, but like
that's actually real.
It's
But
funny.
it's real.
He's
But
like,
it's like
he
real,
didn't use
though.
it either.
He did.
Why?
I mean, mine didn't
He's
either.
dead.
He
Yeah.
did.
Like,
He did.
He did.
I mean, I'm not wrong. Like,
No, and again, I'm not saying it, but again, it's real. And
Yeah.
it's a real statement to make. It's like, yeah, he couldn't either because he's dead. Like he died before. It's like, hey, that happened.
Yeah.
A lot of soldiers died, but it's like the ones
Too
that
many.
came back. It's like, well, not all of them got to use the same GI Bill, so it kind of sucks.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's real. Being real with one another is also like a real thing. It's like a lot of families, people died. I'm sure people did die in my family too. So, but yeah, so we are all human. But all I'm saying is we all benefited. Like I tell people, I'm extremely privileged. I have 2 parents that stayed married. Like that's a privilege. I don't care what anybody says. It's a privilege.
It is a privilege.
Yours are married.
Yeah.
I was thinking about that one, the Peter Griffin.
I'm trying not to say something.
He's like, oh yeah, I'm happily, I'm somewhat happy. I'm married.
I'm married. Yeah, he's like Peter.
He's like,
he's talking to like this.
He's like to this like person. He's like, oh, so how are you doing? He's like, your relationship status. Yeah. He's like asking him about his relationship status. He's like, oh, I'm married.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
You're lucky if you have married.
It's like
parents.
real.
Yeah, and it's
it's a privilege that people don't actually realize.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Like my friends, I think most of my friends growing up, most of them didn't have that, and that caused them a lot of fucking issues.
Yeah, they have no either female or male.
You have to have both.
Figure in
you
your
need
life.
both.
Yeah,
need both.
you need both for sure. I mean, that's just.
And even if, and a lot of the times, there's people whose parent, like one of the parents, moves away across the country.
Yeah,
that's that fucks
And-
up a kid even like more.
But we all have a
and
friend
It's like
that.
they moved away from you,
Yeah, and
or they took you away. From
and as an excuse, they're like, oh yeah, I'm going to take you with me to come there. But
That's
you're,
just
but then it's
fucking
like,
if you have
but then you're taking away the child from the mom, and the child needs the mom, but he also needs the father too.
It's
But
equal.
He needs,
It balances
he needs
it
he needs
out.
both. But then you're just taking away from where their their family is.
You need the
balance.
alpha and the beta, right? You need the.
I don't know if that. I just know that children growing up, they need a strong male figure and a strong female figure.
Most people that have divorced
in order
parents
to be-
have a hard time finding like understanding like if they have a like who's their family, because then it's like in a way like when they're split, if you go to one side, you feel like in a way that they kind of hate you a little bit because your parent is
the
this
side
person.
that you went on, they
yeah,
hate
because then
you.
it's like that side. Well, like for example, like
The side that you chose hates you.
Oh.
say the side you're with.
Let them
at
get
the,
it out.
Say the
Okay,
side you're
okay.
with, right? Just like you just like feel for some reason that like they hate you just because you're associated with that person, right? Even though they don't hate you, right? And they may or may not hate you, but like I don't know if most of the time they do or do not hate you, but like I'm just saying, like in reality, like they might not hate you, right? But you just think that because you're associated with them because they're your parent, right? And then it's like then you go back to the other parent or whatever, and then it's like then you feel like the same way, vice versa. Like there's many kids that feel like that, so it's like I don't know, it's just a shitty situation for a lot of kids who feel, and then it's like those kids are like, well, what's my family, right?
Who's my family?
Who is my
What's
family?
my dynamic of the family?
Exactly, because then there's
What's
kids
your
where
role?
and then exactly because it's like a lot of kids won't know because they just don't know if this family is their family or if this family is their family or if they're both their family. They don't. And if you're a young kid, you don't know.
How old were you when your parents separated?
I was like 10.
Oh,
I was like
okay.
9 or 10 probably. Well, when they officially divorced, it would have been a couple years later. But like when they separated,
12 or 13.
yeah,
officially
I think so.
divorced.
Yeah, but when they were separated, I was like third grade, probably
Okay.
third or fourth grade.
See that is very rough because those are like what we call like some of the most formative years.
And my little
Well, developmental is from 0 to pre-K, so that's like from
my
0
little
to
brother,
5.
who's 3 years younger than me too. Yeah, I mean, he had to go through the same thing because he would have been like in pre-K or kindergarten when
Yeah.
it would have happened.
Yeah,
And
and so like he
he had no understanding of what was going on because he was so young.
Yeah.
Right. And then there's me, and it's like I kind of had an understanding a little bit, but like at the same time, when you're a third grader, you're not thinking about that.
and then your older brother, he's
And then
like
my older brother,
It's probably like our age at the time, right? No, he was.
my older brother is 6 years older than me. His dad actually moved across the country to Georgia when he was like probably 12.
oh, so this was your brother's second breakup.
Yeah. My older brother, yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, my older brother, so his dad and my mom got divorced when he was like 3 or 4,
Okay.
ish, maybe 2. I think it was 2 actually.
This is your mom's 3rd marriage.
No, well, technically they're not married, but I just call him my stepdad
Yeah,
because they need to get married. Like,
whatever.
Like, he's one of the best human beings I've ever met in my life. But okay, but
so
my mom,
your older brother,
my mom. So my older brother's been through 2 divorces.
Yeah.
One, he was too little to understand, and his dad like didn't really care to see him much, really. And then when he was like 12, his dad was like, when my older brother was probably around like 7th grade or 8th grade, or maybe it was a little younger actually. He was probably like he's either, I think he was 11 actually, and then his dad moved to Georgia, across the country. So then he would only see his dad like maybe like
twice a year.
Yeah. So, like, I mean,
that's how my brother felt.
I mean, he struggled. My older brother's, I mean, he's just struggled his whole life with it. Like, I mean, obviously we're a family, like his family, but like for him, it was always hard for him to distinguish like what was like he's trying to fit in with everyone, because if he's with one family, they're like, oh, no, you know, I'm associated with my dad, and they don't like my dad, right, or whatever. And then it's like, then it's this second divorce, right? And then it's like he comes over to like my side of my dad's side, right? For like if we're doing a family gathering or whatever. And he's not even related to any of these people.
Yeah. He's like,
right?
I have nothing to do with any of you people.
Yeah. And
he's like, then one day those 2 separated, and he's like, shit, who?
Well, yeah. So exactly.
Yeah,
so
I
it's
spent
just
all my
like,
time with these people, and now they're no longer in my life.
Right. That's like,
so people don't understand what people who have divorced parents actually go through. Like, I mean, you really know if you've like truly talked to someone, or like you've been through it. Like, and there's always like the jokes where it's like, oh yeah, 2 Christmases.
Yeah, nobody.
And it's like that shit doesn't even make up for
what
you have to go through.
So hold on. Oh, 2 Christmases. That means I have to go to 4 different people's houses.
Exactly.
It's like not just my dad's, then my grandparents on his side, and if they're divorced, then I got to go to their fucking things. And then if there's an aunt or an uncle who got divorced on that side, it's like, so like there's this crazy side on this side, and then it's my mom's side over here, who also might have like multiple people that want to see us. It's like, it's a lot.
It is, and I mean, I feel like I've always done well with it, but I mean, at times I definitely struggle. I mean, everyone who has divorced parents struggles with it, but I mean, all you hope for is that your parents are happy. So
you'd rather see them happy than together.
100%. I mean, I don't even remember what it was like when they were together.
Good.
And
because it probably wasn't great.
It probably wasn't great.
It probably wasn't great.
I remember there's a story. It's actually kind of a funny story, but like this is like one of the only things I remember like from like my parents being together. And it was when they were arguing, and my grandpa was there too. They all went up, my grandpa, my dad, and then my mom all went up to like this room, like the master bedroom or whatever, and they were doing like a powwow or whatever, right? And they were like yelling and arguing or whatever. And I just remember like my little brother was asleep somewhere because it was probably like midnight or something. And then my older brother was like, I was just sitting at like the bottom of the staircase that goes up to that room. And they were just, I mean, I could just hear them arguing. I was just kind of like sitting there at the very bottom of the stairs. And I'm pretty sure I was crying probably because I was like, I don't know why they're yelling. I don't understand it. And it's like, and I was like, I had no idea what was going on. And then my older brother, this also becomes a funny story too, by the way. But he like grabs me and he's like, let's go downstairs. Then we go to our basement, and then we have this like mini hoop or whatever. And not like, it's not really a mini hoop. It's kind of just like attached to the wall, kind of like, it's like a smaller hoop. And we would just like play there all the time. So anyways, we started playing on it. And then like, I literally, as we were just like shooting and stuff, then like we started talking, we sat down or whatever. And he went through the birds and the bees talk with me. Like for some reason, like that's what he did to like distract me from.
How old are you again?
I was probably like 9, 8. I was probably, maybe I was younger than that.
So your brother gave you the sex talk?
He gave me the sex talk to get my mind.
He's like, you want to know what you're going to do one day?
Yeah.
You're like, whoa.
He's like,
all this doesn't matter now.
Literally, he was like, that's literally what he did to
you
get
want
my
to see
mind.
some tits?
Yeah, literally, he's like,
here we go. Here's HBO After Dark. Here's HBO After.
Hey, here's Game of Thrones. You want to see? No,
Oh, wow. Like, he's like, yeah, that's. Oh my god.
He's like, this is my favorite show, Game of Thrones. You want to watch this?
Let's watch this woman fuck a dragon.
You guys, oh god, you guys see the difference between my generation and yours. You guys are like, we're watching HBO. You guys are watching HBO.
We're
just
desensitized
like,
to everything.
yeah, you guys are watching HBO like a mainstream television show
On their phones.
and we're like, yo, you want to watch like the blurry Cinemax at night to see a boobie? That was us.
But
Cinemax, isn't it?
Yeah.
Skinemax.
Skinemax. That's what we
so that's
saw.
basically the story there. And
Now,
to help
do
me,
you remember the sex talk?
oh yeah, I remember it. I don't remember exactly how the conversation went, but I
But
just
you
remember.
got very excited about this.
I
You're
was,
like,
yeah, I was
You're like,
You're like-
suddenly,
I was
this
like,
doesn't
what?
matter.
you're like,
I
tell
was
me
like, wait,
more.
hold on. I was like, keep talking. I'm interested.
So I'm
Like-
interested in this.
Like, come on, just like.
Just show me some skin. What are these breasts you speak of
I was like,
that don't belong to mom? that's really what you want to say. Like,
That's true, though.
it's like as long as they're not moms, I'm in.
yeah. I mean, that's a weird story.
No, it's
Funny
funny.
story.
I guess your brother was like, listen, this is what happened.
He's like, I've been through the same thing. He was like, but no one was here to give me the birds and the bees talks when they were arguing. So he was just like,
Why
here
when
you go.
they're arguing? Or it's just.
It's
just what divorced parents.
It's divorced parents.
This is
So like I get it. So like co-parenting with somebody you don't like is very difficult no matter who you are. Like you're co-parenting with somebody you're like, I literally got divorced from you because I don't like being around you. And now I'm having
it was
co-parent.
probably, I mean, I don't know. I mean, their relationship for a while was terrible, probably. Like it was really bad. But then like as we got older, they kind of started focusing on just like us.
Yeah.
Because then they didn't care.
They don't have anything to do with each other.
Exactly.
They're
Right.
like, yeah,
So then
whatever.
the focus was just on us. Like for a while, they couldn't even be in the same room or there was an argue or something. Like
without a mediator or a
Yeah.
judge.
yeah. So then I mean
guardian ad litems.
now I mean their relationship is okay. Like it's not like they're buddies or friends, but it's just like they can be in the same room, right?
Your dad's counting down to the day you walk across that stage, man.
What stage?
Graduation stage. He's like, tick tock, tick tock, one more down, no more alimony. Your little brother, he's like, come on, 18, come on, 18. It's like being in Vegas, like 18. Hey, man. Hey, I tell you what, when you give 10% of your salary up for anything, you're like, damn, that sucks. Now imagine giving up 18%. 18% of your salary. Most fathers are taxed at 18%.
I feel bad for most divorced fathers. Like I mean, I don't know.
Who aren't complete pieces of shit.
Yeah, like the ones that aren't.
Yeah.
And I mean, I don't know people's stories, right?
Yeah.
No one knows the full story of what's going on. But there's a lot that, like, they just want to see their kid, right? Or
Yeah.
stuff like that. But then they're like, that's all they care
Cunt
about is their
mom.
kid, right?
Cunt
And then,
ex-wife.
like, by law, they're cut off from seeing them.
because of what they call mother states.
Yeah.
What's your opinion on that?
So number one, I think there are some places that do disproportionate. They don't look at all the facts.
Yeah.
I think the courts, you can't just say male or female.
Favoritism.
You have to look at the complete history of the
Right.
family and be like, hey, is this like if a dad makes significantly more than the mom, but the mom has chosen not to work at all?
Yeah, that's
Well, then
like
you can't
kind
be
of-
like, well, it's not his fault that he works because the mother has chosen not to work. Because I'm not saying it's a patriarchal, matriarchal society. I'm just saying as a society, they put the pressure back on the man to go work.
Yeah.
And so if the other person is not working and they say, hey, look, I'm going to raise the kids, fine. That is your job and that is your profession. But at some point, when do you give the father rights to come back into the fold?
Yeah.
Now, if the father is working and takes care of the child, like I don't think I've seen it before. I don't think that a father should have to be like pay child support and take care of the child.
Yeah.
It's like it's like, well, hold on. If they take care of the child, then they shouldn't have to pay child support because they're doing their job. Because a good father does their job, regardless of what courts say. Like if you pick your kid up, I know there was a huge study done, and I can only speak for African American males because that's the study that I was looking at. Is that African American fathers, even divorced African American fathers, are in their children's lives up to 88% more than any other population because they're like, I'd rather not pay child support. I'd rather pick my kid up. I'd rather take care of my kid. I'd rather spend time with my child and go out with them and hang out with them and spend my money on them while they're with me so we could develop that bond than give someone else money to take care of them.
Yeah.
Like, that's not what they want. They don't want that. And I think if we gave fathers the same opportunity, they'd rather say, yeah, I'd rather spend time with my kid and pay for them to do these things. Like, if your kid wants to go on a trip, sure, I'll pay for the trip and I'll go with them.
Yeah.
As opposed to, I'll pay you to take my kid on a trip.
I would just be
Like, that's the part I'm like, that sucks.
I would just be pissed, and then you see the bitch putting her feet in like a Facebook or Instagram story.
Not everybody's a bitch.
Not everyone, but
There are a lot like that though.
Yeah, but I want fathers to be involved in their children's lives.
I mean, I
They
feel like,
need to be
I feel like I'm
involved.
lucky that I had
men need to be
a
involved
mother
in their
and father
children's
that
lives.
both like really wanted to be a part of my life,
Yeah.
like every second of it, right? So it was like, I
Every
mean,
second.
I'm very lucky that they both love me. And there's people out there that, like, you know, they don't have that, like where maybe, like, the father is the only one that loves them, right? And then the mother just wants the money and doesn't really care.
Hold on to them.
Yeah, and like doesn't even care about like the kids, like doesn't really like try and feed them at all. Like they're kind of like, you feed yourself. Like, I mean, and they just don't care, and they're just like, I want child support, and then they go and they like just go buy things or
I
whatever.
have Prada bags and Gucci and Louis Vuitton.
Nice
and
car and everything.
Yeah.
But my kids aren't really eating food.
Yeah, the kid's
And-
doesn't have new shoes.
No, you just give them some Kraft
and,
mac and cheese.
You know, there's.
I
mean,
like Kraft mac.
I love Kraft mac.
it's not. Yeah, it's so bad for you.
Put a
but
little
it's
hot
so
sauce
good.
though.
Oh, that's the stuff right there.
It's so terrible for you, but
That's
it's,
butter.
yeah, that's
that's
butter.
good.
it's so good.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah, it's good.
It honestly
It
doesn't.
does.
Oh well.
You're gonna eat it anyway.
Yeah.
It's just, I love how he bitched about it. It was like, I'm gonna eat it anyway. Okay,
That's
I'll put my head
good,
down.
so-
That's good.
I just want, yeah.
But
Do as I say, not
Not
as
as
I
I do.
Not as I do. Yeah.
You're a tool bag.
he is.
Well,
But-
what kind of tools
Yeah.
are in the bag, Akil?
A wrench.
And a dildo.
That's crazy.
I'm holding it for Carson.
That's not. No, it's. Isn't it your sugar bear, Ethan?
Yeah.
It's for him. You're holding it for him.
Yeah, Ethan, my sugar bear.
He's got a lot of them.
All right, no, but that's
I don't talk about those things.
that's an old Call of Duty reference.
They all say they're. It's funny when I talk to you guys. Everyone's like, "But you got money." I'm like, "Yeah, but I'm not spending any of it. Like, I have to like preserve everything."
Because most of those fucks, they have
I
no
can't lie.
concept of I'm fucking saving.
I can't lie. I don't spend money.
Yeah.
Every time I spend money, it's to try and make money in a certain way.
Yeah.
Because I've been reselling shoes since I was in like 6th or 7th grade, and I mean, it started off with originally.
See,
like,
you are rich. You're just cheap.
I'm not cheap.
Well,
it's
Cheap.
No, that's not true.
Free
it's in his nature.
Free
You
gap.
can't help.
My.
That just came out.
Ashkenazi.
That just came out.
Don't say Ashkenazi.
I have great love.
Okay,
for
but
the Jewish
anyway.
people.
Like,
I do too. I love Jewish people.
I do too.
A lot of them.
I love a lot of them too.
Shout out to Gokhshtein Media.
is he Jewish?
Yeah.
Gokhshtein.
Gokhshtein.
That's my guy. He's funny.
David's funny. That's
He's
my brother. Actually,
I follow him on Twitter.
I'm
He's
supposed to call him today.
really. He's
Yeah.
He says some funny things. On
He's
Twitter.
hilarious. He's actually
funny.
a dick.
He is a dick.
Yeah. You want me to call him right now?
No, actually, I mean,
I need
can
to-
if you want,
Let me
but-
throw on the filter.
Let's see.
Filters
he's a
on.
funny guy though.
Yeah, he is.
I mean, I don't know a lot about him, but
How much shit can I talk? Not much.
I don't know. Let's see.
is that what is that? Is that Discord?
Yeah, it's Discord.
So when are you adding us to this Discord?
What are you talking about?
What should I say?
I don't know. Hello?
I'm looking good.
David. Can you even hear me? All right. All right,
Wait, is
try.
he the one that you said like posted that thing on his Twitter or whatever about license plate. If you do this or whatever, like whoever pays me something, I'll put this on my whatever you want on my license plate. Was that him?
Oh yeah, he did that once.
That was him.
Yeah, David. Yeah, the MFers.
Yeah.
Am I first?
No, the original MFers. So there was a
MFers.
yeah
I thought you said I am
MFers
first.
ERS
Motherfuckers.
Like, yeah. Well, they didn't call themselves because they were like being very like
Not PC, but
yeah something like that.
clean.
So he was being so if you did the original MFers, David was like it was part of like a crypto thing. It was a degen. We're degens. I'm a degen. I'm not a degen, but I am a degen.
Does that mean is that slang for degenerate?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's quite little. Yeah. Degenerate.
I've been called that quite a few times.
I get called that a lot actually.
Yeah.
Are you?
He's not a degenerate.
Are
He's
you,
the
bro?
exact
You
opposite. No, I'm
surprised.
I know
legally
you.
not allowed to speak about it.
I know that you're not a degenerate.
When did you legally allow us to
I'm just
speak?
not allowed to speak for legal.
Yeah, you can plead the fifth. It's okay.
But like for
Okay, when this camera goes off, I want to know what this
Yeah,
thing is.
well, I think I already kind of know. You're not a degenerate.
I am.
No, you're
an
not.
addiction.
No, you're not. I have a gambling addiction too, but like,
Oh, you
But
and
I
your,
just-
you and your online addictions.
Maybe I don't know.
Yeah.
There's no. I don't think so though. There's no addiction. There's
well,
no. I don't even.
The
I don't
online,
even
the
play.
bad addiction for you is the porn, right? The furry porn you told me
Oh,
about in the
yeah.
car.
I do. That's my shit right there.
Yeah, pound that.
Your shit.
Fucking dick.
He's like, you're shit. Oh God, you guys are ridiculous. See, this is going way better than I thought. Carson, I was really worried about you coming on the podcast because I thought you were going to be like the boring Carson.
What the?
There's a boring side of you.
There's a boring side to everyone.
There's a very boring side of you.
I feel like it just. I don't know.
You have
I feel like I've been pretty calm and haven't been.
no, you gotta
pretty-
you gotta poke him
It
a
just
little bit.
depends when I'm.
You know, when your anxiety goes through this goddamn roof and we're like, yo, he is so neurotic right now.
Not right now.
No, not right now.
I'm good right now.
But
It's
you
just-
do have neurotic, and I'm like, Jesus.
I mean, it just depends. Like, I could probably be the most outgoing person and speak.
And that's
at
a
the
2
time.
o'clock. That's a 2 a.m. text.
Yeah.
They're
Or
neurotic.
I can
Like,
be.
should I sell this? I'm like, dude, I don't know. It's 2 a.m.
Or I
Yeah.
can just be insanely reserved and just like introverted like crazy. I'm both. What is it called if you're both?
Bipolar.
It's normal, like average.
I don't know. Like it's like introverted or extroverted. What is it called? There's a word for it. It's not bipolar.
Bipolar is like
That's a.
that's shit my mom works with. All this.
Yeah.
Well, you are
Cycles.
bipolar.
I'm not bipolar.
Are you sure you're not?
No.
Eli, stay in the frame. No. I'm
Oh, sorry.
But rib shot.
Oh.
It's old guy stuff. Old guy stuff.
Thought we were only doing one hand Akio. That's not fair.
I'm old. I felt that in my bones.
I didn't.
I kind of miss my roommates though from college.
Do you?
We have, bro. It's we're funny,
There's nothing over near your college.
huh?
There's
Dude,
nothing
their
over-
school is the fucking party school.
But there's nothing over there. There's like
But
no,
it's still-
It's
there's
by
part-
everything though.
But
Like it's
it's-
by Lagos Oswego. It's by.
You mean Lake No Negro?
That's
I
true.
didn't say that. But
I did.
yeah.
I said it.
That
Can't
Beaverton-
cancel me.
Beaverton's close. Like downtown Portland's close. Like everything's kind of just like right there.
Downtown Portland.
But no one goes to downtown. I mean, I live there, but you know,
I live there too.
it's not nice. It used to be super nice and cool, but not anymore.
So what? What are you gonna
Thanks,
do
Ted
now?
Wheeler, you dick.
Oh, it's Ted Wheeler's fault that.
Nah, not entirely.
You know what? I blame.
You can get it.
I blame Eastern Oregon for this, for allowing all these drugs into the Oregon. They passed Measure 110. It's all Eastern Oregon's fault.
People are the ones who
want
take the
some
drugs.
Southern
though.
Oregon.
Look at that fist.
And now all their drug addict kids coming to the city to get good drugs. So somebody's making money.
Someone is.
Somebody's making money.
Yeah, I wonder who that
We need to-
is.
that's why I said we need
who's
to-
making the money. I
We
really-
need to tax it all.
Drugs?
Yeah.
Is
all
it
of
not taxable right now?
it. No, I'm not talking about weed. Weed's not a drug. I'm talking about all
Federal.
Of
Is
the,
it
all
weed?
that's
Weed is a drug.
It's
though.
not federally
not.
legal.
I thought it is.
weed's not a drug.
It is.
It's technically an herb.
It's a medicine. It's a plant.
Heroin comes from a plant.
Weed is a plant.
Yeah.
Technically, heroin comes from a plant too. So
Poppies. Poppies will put you to sleep.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, well.
Yes, I know. I'm not stupid.
Milk of the poppy.
Technically, vodka.
Oh, milk of the poppy.
Technically, vodka is a salad.
Salad.
Potato salad.
That's crazy.
No, you can make vodka from rice. You can make vodka from potatoes.
Yeah.
You can make wheat vodka.
Yeah.
You can make vodka from almost anything.
Yeah, pretty much.
All right, so let's stop pretending, okay? Now, whiskey. Corn, rain makes corn. Corn makes whiskey. Whiskey makes my girl. Get a little frisky.
That's fire.
You guys don't know that song?
No, I don't.
I don't know.
Where's that from?
Did you just make it up?
No, it's a country song.
I don't listen to country.
I love country.
Dude, that
Seven
is a
Summers.
It's like,
I'm not that much of a hick. I don't know that much about country music.
how is it that the black guy knows more about country music than either one of the white kids?
Maybe you're actually white. Who knows?
Maybe because I fucking follow art.
Art.
No, I'm serious.
Is country music art?
I think it's all art. I think.
I mean, music.
I listen to
itself is
Johnny
art.
Cash.
Well, Johnny Cash got his artistic stuff from a lot of black musicians. He listened to a lot of blues and jazz, and so he was
R&B
able to,
is fire.
he tried to turn it into country,
It is.
and that's how he
R&B
gets
is
it.
good.
Yeah. So like, look, guys, I'm not for naught, but like everything has its roots in something else. You know?
Everything is taken from another thing.
Yeah. Like right now, they've
Nothing's
got-
original anymore. Like
So your whole fit today, by the way, I do like it. It's streetwear.
Yeah.
Right? What's
mean-
streetwear though?
what's streetwear?
What's streetwear?
Whatever's in.
Like Kim Kardashian skins because they're comfortable, and then Nike.
No, but it's what is streetwear?
Fuck it.
Just what you wear on the street.
No, streetwear.
it's just like casual.
No, they decided to take it from urban. Streetwear was an urban kind of clothing. And urban clothing is in inner cities that have decided to become, because they make these things like physically, people in those neighborhoods, in those cities, they start wearing clothes that fit them, that make them feel good or part of their communities. Oftentimes, urban fitting stuff is not for
Work or
suburban children to start.
I'm not from the suburbs though. I'm from
Again,
downtown Portland. You know?
look, why do you keep thinking that? I'm speaking like truth. And so they then go and find people who are part of those urban, because again, a lot of the cultural stuff comes from like seeing different people, different fits, you know, and then you come back and you go, look, I like this. And that's why, and then you market it and sell it and brand it.
Yeah.
So yeah. What?
I should have took profits on Solana. I knew that shit was gonna go back down.
oh wow.
Solana's,
It's gonna be fun though. It's gonna be so fun.
look, I'm going to tell you this much. If I'm going to do Solana, this is the ADD in you.
I love Solana.
Yeah, that just came out of nowhere.
Solana will hit. Solana will one day hit. God, because you guys keep fucking with this stuff. Solana will eventually hit. I think Solana will hit 500.
500.
I think Solana will hit 500, but it probably will not happen within the next. I think by December. Now let's go. Let's play. Let's be.
Do you think all-time highs might be like
Let's
after
go
the halving?
September.
If all the money is just
I think
pumping,
September 2023 will be one of the biggest dumps.
September?
September will be one of the biggest dumps
about-
we've ever seen.
2023?
2024.
2024, yeah.
We'll see a major dump.
You think so?
And what? And everything?
But you're gonna hold on to your Bitcoin. You're not selling that.
I'm not selling Bitcoin.
Are you never selling Bitcoin in your life?
I literally have a wallet that I do not touch. I throw things in. I never pull it out.
I'm such a DJ, and I was looking into
I have
some
that,
like, low
except
cap. Like this one is like 20 million market cap. I was like, that is my name all over it.
Smurf Cat.
Yeah. Speaking of, yeah.
He is real. He is real. Smurf Cat.
Have you been looking into Say?
He is real. Smurf.
You know what Say is? Of course you know what Say is.
I don't know what Say is.
Say is? You don't know what Say is? Oh, how do you?
SAY?
SEI.
Oh, SEI? No. What's SEI?
I don't know a whole lot about
Oh,
it.
Jesus. See, this is why I get annoyed with you, because you're like, I don't know a whole lot about
I've just heard about it, and I was like, you know.
What have you heard?
I've been looking
I
into
was
it.
looking into it. I was watching it like while
What
it was
is it?
running up.
This is that's so I say that's like a crypto DJ talk that you got to stop. When you look into something, you actually know what the fuck it is. All right, stop being a little punk. If you know what a crypto is, just go research, do do your own research, DYOR, do your own
Yeah.
research, and then come back with a decision. Do you like it or you don't? And then be able to tell people about it.
Yeah.
I don't tell people about plays that I don't like. Immutable X, I tell you exactly what I
Yeah.
learned about it from top to bottom. Omi, I know what top to bottom.
Yeah.
Solana, I know most of Solana. Ordinals, I'm learning about ordinals more and more each day,
Yeah.
but basically it's going to be like buying artwork on the Bitcoin blockchain so you don't have to pay capital gains. Yes, that is exactly why I think people are buying it. I think people are buying ordinals, NFTs on the blockchain of Bitcoin because then you are not selling Bitcoin. You're simply exchanging it for an actual physical or for an artwork. And that it means that you don't have to worry about capital gains taxes.
Yes.
These are the things that I think about every time I am in one of these spaces with you, D-Gens. And with that, Carson, that is why I get so frustrated with you when you text me the same question twice. And I'm like, God, man, I just told you to read it.
That's my fault. My fault.
I know. But it's all out of love because you're one of the few people that I actually am like, you really got sucked in. I really fucking told you this and you bought in 100%.
You said what?
I said you got sucked in and you bought in 100%.
Yeah.
This D-Gen over here and Ethan are like, oh man, I can't make money right away. I'm like, bro, it's not about making
When
money.
did I ever say that?
No, Ethan is like that though. I
Ethan's
remember
like that, not me.
Ethan was like, he sold like some of the VV NFTs when it went up like $10 and he sold it all for like, he made like probably like $25 off
Yeah.
it. And I haven't sold any of mine.
Yeah, I tell him, I'm like, look, I say take profits, but
Hey,
at the same
throw
time.
my name out of there. I never said that. Yeah. Just to clarify. Sorry, I interrupted.
Corn makes rain makes whiskey. Whiskey makes my girl get a little frisky.
All right, sorry. Didn't mean to interrupt.
You drive them up and down. We'll pass it all around. Rain is a good thing. All right. Well,
What were you saying though?
I said what I was saying is that you bought in.
Yeah.
You bought in, and I'm glad you did because you are going to see you already see the fruits of your labor. You're like,
Yeah.
I can see where this is at. You can see the ability to profit. People that don't see the ability to profit, I actually have pity for them. Like, guys, this is not something revolutionary that is not been done before. It is just a different formula to the same system. We use seashells. We actually did. At one point in our history, did you know that whiskey was America's trade?
I believe it.
We did not use money because you could not go from Virginia to North Carolina or Virginia to Maryland and use the same money. The same fiat paper money that you use in your state was not accepted in other states. So how did you trade? You took a bottle of whiskey with you. And that's how you'd buy and purchase things.
Well, just whiskey. Oh, wow. Wow, that was bad.
What?
My voice broke so terrible. I was like, whiskey.
Oh, like you just went through puberty?
Yeah,
Again?
I guess.
I will say one thing that I need to, I don't know. I just need to learn things, So
What's the one thing you need to learn?
I don't know that's the thing. I don't know. I know I need to learn something about like the industry, but I don't know what exactly I need to be learning. Like, I don't know, like, and then I don't know how to exactly go about like the strategy of learning it. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Learn what, though?
that's the thing. I don't know what I need to learn.
So here's the
I don't
strategy.
know what I need to learn, but I know I need to learn something. If that makes any sense at all. It probably,
I've been
that's probably just like a gibberish.
Never
but-
sell Bitcoin.
Yeah, I understand that.
You can take loans out against Bitcoin. And have a strategy ready for your future. I believe that Immutable X for me, this is why I said I'm really big on it. Immutable X for me is going to be the one thing because it's a deflationary token. It has an ecosystem like no other. I believe that to me is going to be my exit plan from this.
Yeah.
Like that's how I'm going to get out of this society that we have right now. When I say that, I'm like, I'm going to buy me land.
Your immutable token?
Yeah, it's going to be like I'm going to buy land and I'm going to. Dude, I want out. I want to chill. I've been in politics. I've seen the world is a terrible place.
It's terrible.
It's a terrible place. And some of us are like, I'm tired. I don't want to do this anymore. I just want to like hang out with my nieces and my nephews, the people I love in my life, which would include at least maybe 1.5 of you.
Half.
Yeah.
We're going to cut Carson in half.
I didn't say that was Carson was going to cut in half. I I just said it's 1.5. Not.
Well, we cut Ethan.
You know, hang out.
We'll get like 2 people.
You're gonna have 4 other people with that one.
And other than that, Ethan's a great guy.
I love the kid, but no, and spend my time with my friends and family, people I really do love, like, and not have to worry about. I'd rather pay my property taxes than have to worry about mortgages and liens and bills and associates. It's like, yeah, I get it. Like, I have a really good mentor, and he told me, he goes, the best thing you can do is not have anything to pay every month. Like, if you light bill, that's it. Water bill, that's it. But otherwise, you're just paying your taxes. You don't own anything. You don't owe people for your home. You just simply get up every day. You go do something.
My dad told me that.
Yeah,
like he didn't buy his.
So my grandpa
house
said
with
too.
like loan. Like he bought it with like cash.
Yeah,
He said the goal is to have your own home.
yeah.
That's like yours, not the banks.
Yeah, not the banks.
They can just
Yeah,
take. That's
your
my
home, not
dad.
the banks.
Not
Yeah, yeah. You actually just ignited a crazy memory. My dad like explained this to me when I was like 10.
Yeah,
like
luckily you
owning-
guys get that. Like, I didn't get that.
Yeah.
Like, my parents, my grandparents, most of them didn't own anything, and so like I am the first in the generations. And remember, I can date my family's history back to slavery. Like, I'm the first in my family to be, or second in my, really pretty much the first, because my dad was the first one to get people to start doing this. But no one else really thought about it before. Now all my brothers and sisters, we all own something. We all own our own homes. We've got properties, and we invest with one another. We learning how to leverage funds. We learn where capital gains are. Like, this stuff is not taught to us. It's not part of my legacy. So I had to teach it myself. And then we had to go ask people. And that's why you have to have people that are willing to teach you, because it's not in a book. They say, oh, you just got to read a book. Bro, some of those books are so complicated. I'm like, what did that teach me?
And most people can't even sit down and just read a book.
Yeah, especially as ADD son of bitches.
Yeah.
'Cause we can barely stay on topic when we're doing a podcast.
No. Yeah.
Eli, me and you have been fidgeting like without even realizing it.
No, I know about it.
Well, I took my meds. That's why.
I didn't.
Right before I got
I
here.
did not.
Yeah, right before we started, I went to the kitchen. That's why I was just like, hey, guys.
It's not a bad idea. I should do that.
I got prepared. I was
I
like,
haven't taken mine in a while. But
Yeah, me neither.
Because I've been trying to
2
put on
months
weight.
maybe.
So
And mine kills my appetite. I can't.
Yeah, it
eat
can hurt
shit
my
while I'm on
appetite.
that. Yeah. I like it. It hurts like
And
my
I haven't-
stomach.
yeah.
I don't know if it's like mental or placebo or like it actually.
well, you're on Ritalin?
Yeah.
Yeah. And you're
I used to be on.
Adderall?
Yeah.
I used to be on Adderall. That fucked me up in like
Well,
seventh
because you
grade.
try to take all of it at the same time, I'm pretty sure.
No, I took like the heaviest. I was given the because
How much did you take?
You on 60 milligrams?
it was 50. And
That's a lot.
50
I mean, I think I'd take like
in
40,
seventh
but-
grade.
Yeah, I took
Seventh
40.
grade. No,
You
in
take 40?
seventh grade when I was
Yeah,
5.
but it's like 110 and then 130 extended.
No, but think of like
I think mine's long lasting.
So I get the 30 long lasting in the morning, and then I take a 10 at 2 p.m. What time is it?
it should be 1:45.
Yeah, so I might be time to take that second one here
I
soon.
think I just take one in the morning.
yeah, that's me. If I take 2, I'm up all night.
If I take
That's
2, I'll
how it is.
forget
No.
to take the second one.
Yeah. No, I don't forget. It's because I have a timer that normally goes off during the day, during the work day. I keep a bottle at my desk too.
I used to take 2 a day in middle school.
You see, like, you get 1 in the morning.
Well, I get a 20 in the morning and a 5 in the afternoon.
Oh, that's not that bad.
Yeah,
And
but like,
they were not the extended.
before
either.
that, I was given 50 every day, and it just destroyed my body. Like it just made me
Looking
sweaty.
at all the artwork, I know.
Oh yeah. I can't get over Julian's though. Julian's is crazy.
I know, it's
That's
beautiful.
amazing.
So beautiful. I remember when, so one of our episodes we did, I went over to his house and I filmed him telling me about this, but
Oh, he's on an episode.
it's one of our best episodes.
I haven't
They
watched
did like 500 views, like the first week.
it. Really?
Yeah, and I didn't even mark it. I didn't even know it was out.
It's great.
But I just really think like his artwork is just something special, and
It is.
it connected to me. And when I saw these two beings like side by side,
I thought, yeah, that's unique. It's cool.
it was just like, it just spoke to me. And like the eyes, like
Yeah, I know.
there's no eyes, but they are like,
in the mouth.
yeah, like you're just seeing something going on.
Like you
there.
know it's there, but you don't see it.
Yeah, like the brushstrokes were saying like, I can't stay focused.
I would have paid $1,000 for that.
Yeah, I definitely walked him down.
Did he want $1,000 for it?
He wanted more than that, but I think I walked him down. I kept walking him
No,
down.
Julian's easy to like. You still owe me money, Julian.
Does he?
Yes, he does. I won't get into it.
You
but
probably owe me money.
I don't know you shit, and if I do,
I think you
I'll
all
pay
owe
you.
me money.
You think what?
Yeah, you owe me money too.
How do I owe you?
Yeah, you wanted to borrow like $10 one time, I think. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you actually told me about this. You owe him
that's
$10.
That's not true.
Yeah, I think
Yeah, you owe him $10.
I've actually made sure I'm not in debt to anybody.
No,
Yeah,
you
I'm gonna go back my files. I will look.
No,
You should go check.
Yeah,
'cause
you owe
I
him-
think
you
I
know,
think it's
there
like
won't be
10 or
any-
You owe
20
him
bucks.
$10.
You might owe me money.
I don't owe you shit.
I don't know you anything.
If
know
I
that
owe
much.
you money, I'm either not gonna pay it or pay.
But yeah,
it.
see how he was like, yeah, I'm pretty make sure. No, I think you do owe me a
No,
couple bucks.
actually,
yeah.
no. You owe me money.
I'm not giving you shit. Okay, I'll give you. I'll pay you back. I'll pay you back. I don't know what I owe you. You got to tell me. But
I mean, it was a $20 Uber ride here, and I drove you. So
20.
He could have rode his bike down the hill.
Yeah, I could have walked.
that's true. No, I'm just.
And he knows that I would have fucking paid for his Uber back.
Yes.
That's the only thing that everyone thinks sucks. It's like always up the hill. Nobody ever. We all hate
Yeah,
that.
that's the one. Yeah.
Yeah,
Right, it's a good workout.
Yeah, nobody's like, I'll walk down, but I'm not walking back up.
Walking down's worse for me. Like, it's just uncomfortable walking downhill. Just that
No,
long.
to me, well, there's like little
Once you reach
landings.
the top of the hill, you just feel so satisfied. You're like,
Nope,
you
nope.
David Goggins that shit.
No, David Goggins.
What's
is
your
crazy.
opinion on
I love David Goggins.
I love him. I mean, he doesn't say anything,
I love David Goggins in certain areas.
Yeah.
That's all I got to say. What do you mean?
You gotta callous the
I'm
mind.
not asking you saying.
Did you ever
anything
read his
else.
book or listen to it?
I've listened to his podcast.
I listened to it too. You
In your fucking mind.
got to callous the mind.
Whatever. But he's also crazy.
You have to be.
Most people are.
No. No.
Most people are pretty plain.
Yeah.
Most of them are soft.
Yeah.
I mean, don't act like. I mean, most people I know are marshmallows.
I just have.
Squishy.
This is solid right here. I just have the skin tone of a marshmallow. That's
You know who's a
I
marshmallow?
look like the fucking.
Ethan's a marshmallow.
Ethan's the ginger Michelin man. But that's a compliment.
Ethan wouldn't hurt a fly.
No, he's very. Actually, no. And yeah, no, he wouldn't. He's
But yeah.
nice.
Well, I'll tell you what. This has been a great podcast. You guys have been great guests. We appreciate you guys on, and I appreciate everyone at home. Make sure you join us for another podcast here on the Sunday Funday podcast. The SFD, your hangover never sounded so good. It's a celebration, folks. Always partying. Woo! We are going to have some more opportunities to get things done here on the Sunday Funday podcast. Make sure you like, follow, and subscribe here on Gmedia, or make sure you follow us on our regular podcast, which is on Spotify at the SFD podcast. Make sure you check us out on Instagram at sfd.podcast. And remember, as always, folks, be good to one another, take care of each other, have fun, take touch grass, and tell someone you love them.
Oh yeah, baby. Give me some.
Yeah.
Sir.
Deuces.